I'm here with Kristin Fairweather and Jenny Deller, the producer and the writer-director of Fairweather, which you just saw on the last day of the Tribeca Film Festival. Awesome film about a girl who's really interested in science, and they're going to just answer a couple of questions. So Jenny, where did the idea for this story come from?
Well, I'd always wanted to tell a mother-daughter story where the roles were kind of reversed, and you had a kid who was very independent and responsible, and a mother who was just a total dreamer and flake, and it turned into this abandonment story. And the title Fairweather comes from this kid is really interested in science and the environment, and begins to displace all of her anxiety about being abandoned onto the issue of global warming. And so she's really focused on this very uncertain future. What's it going to look like? Are we going to be safe? How are we going to survive? And I felt like that encapsulated a story of abandonment really well. And
it's a really women-centric story where women drive it, and the lead is a 13-year-old girl who is interested in science, which is most people would think that's absurd that you would put a girl who's interested in science, and then Lily Taylor plays her science teacher who encourages her. So talk a little bit about the women-centric focus of this piece.
I think that I'm drawn to telling stories about underrepresented people and giving them a voice, and I love women. And I was not a calculated move so much, other than just, like I said, I wanted to tell a mother-daughter story. I wanted to talk about things that women don't really always get to talk about, which is, what do you do if you're going to decide to, can you do career and kids at the same time? What if you decide to sacrifice your kid for a career?
Isn't it shocking in 2012 we still talk about the fact that women's stories are underrepresented?
Right.
So, Kristin, talk a little bit about how you became involved in this film.
So, I came on first as an associate producer when Jenny had put an ad on Craigslist. And we say cheapens our relationship to say that. But
what was the ad?
I'll just say this: I found everything good in my life on Craigslist, so I don't have any. I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah. No, it ended up being a great thing for both of us, and we're producing partners on the script, and I think work really well together. And when I came on, I was just so attracted to a script that portrays women in this very real, authentic way, and it has 3 generations of women, and they're 13 and in their 30s and 60s, and you just don't see all those ages on film in intelligent, complicated characters. And the more women we screen it for, I feel like it's like they're yearning to see something like that, because it's amazing, and these women are dynamic, and they're flawed, and you're angry with them, but then you're happy with them, and they redeem themselves, and there's like a real flow with the characters that I think is very genuine, in a way that women connect with, the mother-daughter relationship, the teacher, young female student relationship, and it's pretty amazing that Jenny captured that in her first film.
Talk about how you guys found Perla, the lead.
It was like our little gift.
Holy moly.
Her agent was just really open to the project, and had gotten his hands on it, and was like, "This would be great. I have got this great client. You should look at her." And at first we were like, "Uh-oh, somebody's going to try to package our film." And so he said, "Well, send us some of her work." So he sent us this fantastic movie that she was in called Geneva. It was a Michael Winterbottom film.
I have seen that.
Yeah, it's very good. And Pearl is amazing in it. So as soon as we both watched, we said, she's amazing, and she's so intelligent and articulate.
And also totally down to earth.
Right.
She didn't have that kind of annoying, precocious kid feel to her. So we actually got a chance to direct a short together with her, and it was a great opportunity to work with her and get to know her, and kind of test out whether she would be able to take on this role.
That's a big part for a young actress.
Yeah, she's on every page.
Every page. Kind of reminds me a little of Jennifer Lawrence in Winter's Bone.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of just like the birth of a star.
Yeah, I think so. She's really
totally.
amazing.
She's amazing. So talk a little bit about how you actually got this made, because that's what people are very interested in.
Right. Well, it was certainly an uphill fight, I think, like any indie filmmakers face when they try to make a low-budget movie. But fortunately, the script was strong. That talent would come and work at, a low-budget rate, and top talent that we were so unbelievably honored to have, and they all came and really dug into these characters. And fortunately, we had a lot of grant support from the Sloan Foundation, Film Independent, the Tribeca Film Institute, Women in Film. We really felt like at one point, once we finally broke through, people really rallied around the story.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very difficult. We also funded most of it through equity,
Right.
Which is, when we started in 2008, was incredibly very difficult climate. People were very cautious, and so it took a long time, and we just did it like bit by bit by bit.
And we have lots of donors. We're doing a lot of the crowdsourcing. We're in the middle of a Kickstarter campaign right now for our finishing funds to get the movie out there and pay off our post-production costs. So even though we're premiering at this awesome festival, it's still a fight to get your movie seen and keep the project alive.
So what's next for it? Okay, so it's premiered, and you hopefully will have some bites for distributors. I mean, things are so different now with distribution and everything like that. So what are your hopes and aspirations for the release of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think we both feel like it has commercial potential. I feel like not just with women, but with wider audiences. But even that, I just feel like I think we both have a secret dream that this could be a breakout movie for female audiences, in a sense, that like we could take back and basically tell people what we want to see more of, So we'd love to do like a very traditional theatrical, and then do as many outlets as we can beyond that. And then I think we're both really interested in doing some sort of educational outreach, or bring it to high schools. There's so many smaller audiences that we think would really appreciate the film.
And so many organizations that I think would respond to the environmental message, and also organizations that would respond to this really strong female character who loves science, and she's this fighter and survivor. So I think, we hope that we'll be able to make some kind of partnership where we'll be able to have a community outreach campaign that feels real and feels really tied to a story that's a moving narrative at its heart, and all these other themes are woven in, not too heavy-handed of a way.
Okay, thank you guys so much.